Long before Canada had arena rock giants, there was a hidden metal scene brewing in the shadows. These bands didn't top the charts, they built the foundation. From smoky bar stages to cult status vinyl collectors still hunting their records today. Here are 10 underrated Canadian metal bands from the 1970s you need to know. Number 10. Warpig. In the shifting music underground of early 1970s Ontario, Warpig forged a standout identity with their thundering anthem, Rockstar. And the gritty drive of Flagging. Their songcraft blended molten guitar riffs and rumbling bass, placing them squarely on the path that heavy metal would soon travel. Though their self-titled debut album landed in 1970, it was decades before collectors would elevate this record to cult status. Word spread among dedicated crate diggers as the LP's scarcity and power drew comparisons to Sabbath and other proto-metal mainstays. Notably, the band's sound was recorded locally, giving their tracks an unvarnished edge that remains compelling today. The single Rockstar never rose high on the charts but lingered on regional radio, becoming a deep-cut favorite among connoisseurs of hard rock's early, heavier avenues. Warpig's legacy is cemented as a grimy, underrated pillar. Proof that sonic innovation can outlast fleeting commercial peaks. Number 9. Mahogany Rush. Montreal's Mahogany Rush, led by the virtuosic Frank Marino, carved their reputation in the mid-1970s with searing, psychedelic-infused hard rock. Dragonfly spins out as a prime example of their exploratory sound, anchored by Marino's electrifying guitar work and ability to channel acid-fueled blues into something heavier and more forward-looking. Alongside this signature track, the band's rendition of Strange Universe became a cornerstone in live sets, reinforcing their status as cult icons rather than chart toppers. Formed in Montreal, their debut album arrived in 1972 and set the tone for Marino's unmistakable blend of Hendrix-inspired showmanship and intricate musicianship. Despite not climbing past number 91 on the charts with any single, Mahogany Rush maintained a loyal following on the North American touring circuit, often sharing stages with better-known acts. Their legacy thrives among crate diggers and hard rock devotees who recognize the trio's place in the evolution of proto-metal and psychedelic rock. Number 8. Teaze. From Windsor's humid rehearsal spaces, Teaze brought a glam-tinged hard rock attitude to the late 1970s landscape, just as metal's edge was gaining definition. Their powerhouse single, Sweet Misery, is instantly recognizable for its anthemic chorus. While crowd favorites like On the Loose showcase the band's blend of grit and hooks. Though they never cracked the upper tier of the charts, Teaze's 1977 self-titled debut laid the groundwork for their cult reputation, particularly among Japanese fans who snapped up imports and drove their popularity overseas. The band recorded much of their signature material with a feisty, live-off-the-floor energy, working through the grinding Canadian bar circuit before catching the ear of Aquarius Records. Rather than headline large arenas, Teaze thrived on smaller stages, where their thundering sound and raw, honest delivery forged a direct connection with dedicated followers. Their albums, especially One Night Stands, remain prized among collectors who appreciate the transitional moment they captured between glam, hard rock, and emerging metal scenes. Number 7. Goddo. Toronto's bustling late 1970s club scene gave rise to Goddo, a hard rock trio balancing heavy grooves with a knowing, sardonic edge. Their signature cut, Sweet Thing, sets the tone for their brash guitar and bass interplay and irreverent lyricism. Anchoring their reputation as Canadian cult heroes, Goddo also delivered Under My Hat, a punchy anthem that drew loyal crowds to venues across Ontario. Keep it under my hat. The band's 1977 self-titled debut secured their underground standing, revealing a knack for blending riff-laden hooks with flashes of bluesy swagger. Though Goddo never dominated the charts, their work resonated with those drawn to the metal-adjacent soundscape taking shape north of the border. Many fans fondly recall intense live shows where these tracks took on an added rawness. Their influence lingers in Canadian hard rock, marked by sly storytelling and granite-solid musicianship, a presence that never quite crossed over but marks them as perennial local favorites. Number 6. Moxy. Toronto's mid-1970s club scene pulsed harder when Moxy unleashed tracks like Take It or Leave It, and the electrifying Moonrider. Both songs fused snarling vocals with guitar fireworks, channeling a proto-metal energy that helped the band stand out on local bills. Moxy's self-titled debut album dropped in 1975, introducing a raw yet tightly sharpened sound that was captured with the help of producer Jack Douglas, known for his work with other hard-edged acts of the era. The band's more aggressive tracks became staples among heavy rock enthusiasts, though mainstream success eluded them. Take It or Leave It received significant airplay in Canadian cities, but only reached modest peaks on the charts. Despite being overshadowed by arena giants, Moxy's cult reputation grew thanks to crate diggers and collectors who chased down early pressing vinyl. Reappraisals now credit their fierce riffing as a precursor to heavier trends that would follow in the late 1970s and early 1980s. We're halfway through, and the bands from that era are stirring up deep-cut memories. Which of these underrated acts did you champion, or discover years later through a crate dig or playlist? Got a cult favorite we missed that should have been bigger? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear the names that never left your rotation. Number 5. Thor. If you awaken, you don't know where, sleeping giant. From the heart of Vancouver's early 1970s glam metal wave, Thor crashed through expectations with campy showmanship and real heavy metal grit. Their notorious anthem, Keep the Dogs Away, showcased the band's flair for spectacle, blending bravado and pounding riffs in a way that still ignites cult devotion. Another unforgettable staple, Thunder on the E. Tundra doubled down on their stadium-sized theatrics and cemented them as outliers who reveled in power and pageantry. While mainstream stardom eluded the group, Their 1977 debut album established Thor as a presence that demanded attention, mixing bodybuilding feats and electrified live performances. At one point, their unique stage shows drew network TV spots and a wave of curiosity that would ripple through the Canadian underground scene well into the following decade. Few acts from Vancouver's mid-1970s clubs managed to fuse glam flamboyance and proto-metal heft as convincingly, and to this day, fans still recount Thor's influence on the lines where spectacle meets the sincere. Number 4. Kick-Axe. Emerging from the Regina and later Vancouver scenes, Kick-Axe carved out a reputation for thunderous riffs with On the Road to Rock echoing through the Canadian airwaves of the early 1980s. Their signature track joined forces with Heavy Metal Shuffle, both songs bristling with high-voltage energy and a melodic power unmissable to anyone tuned into club circuits of that era. In 1984, the band unleashed their debut album through Pasha Records, shaping a sound as polished as it was gritty with producer Spencer Proffer at the helm. Proffer's influence previously energized major arena acts. While their contemporaries sometimes landed higher on the charts, Kick-Axe's relentless touring and devotion to larger-than-life stagecraft earned them an enduring cult following. Tracks like Dreamin' About You expanded their reach, becoming sleeper favorites among hard rock collections. Despite missing mainstream stardom, their craft and loyalty to fans left a mark on the landscape of Canadian metal. The early albums remain prized by deep-digging collectors. Number 3. Exciter. Ottawa's Exciter charged onto the scene in the late 1970s, sharpening their sound into a fierce force that would help define the speed metal movement. Heavy Metal Maniac, their relentless debut single, bursts out of the speakers and remains a cult classic among dedicated metal fans. While Violence and Force from 1984 further cemented their urgent reputation. Despite inspiring a wave of North American thrash and speed acts, Exciter never crossed fully into the mainstream spotlight. Yet their influence ran strong in underground circles. Signed to Shrapnel Records in their earliest days, the band's rapid-fire approach and raw energy won admiration from peers and collectors alike. Their 1983 debut, Full Length, became an underground favorite as tape traders and fanzine writers took notice. This group's raw, kinetic shows and breakneck tempos captured the stubborn heart of the Canadian heavy metal underground, delivering maximum velocity to basement clubs and indie festivals in the early 1980s before broader audiences caught up. Number 2. Helix. Kitchener's Helix began their relentless pursuit of melodic metal in the mid-1970s, ahead of their US arena rock peers but often flying below the radar. Signature tracks like Heavy Metal Love and the fist-pumping Rock You turned heads with shouted hooks and unapologetic guitar solos. Yet the band's earliest years were shaped by the club circuit of Southern Ontario, far from the more publicized California or UK metal scenes. By the time they released their debut album in 1979, Helix had built a reputation as one of Canada's hardest-working touring outfits. Their energetic single, Gimme Gimme Good Lovin', a raucous cover with airplay appeal, further cemented their anthemic style. Despite never reaching #1 on the charts, Helix scored a cult following that still swears by their early records, thanks in part to a 15-date support run for established acts across the prairies. Their legacy is that of underdogs who shaped Canadian metal from the ground up. #1, Anvil. Toronto's late 1970s club circuit was raw and fertile ground when Anvil started hammering out heavy metal anthems. Their signature track, Metal on Metal, quickly became a rallying cry among loyal fans. While Forged in Fire cemented the band's high-speed edge. Although they never soared on the charts, the group's blistering sound left an outsized mark on future titans of the genre, inspiring acts well beyond their local scene. Their 1982 release under the same title as their flagship song stands as a touchstone for devotees of early speed metal. It's little surprise that, despite modest media coverage, musicians from Metallica to Slayer have lauded Anvil's work as foundational. The band opened for Motorhead during a pivotal early 1980s tour, winning Die Hard city by city. Locked out of radio rotation, their cult status only deepened as word of mouth and late-night tape trading amplified their legend. Their journey illustrates how a relentless stage presence and inventive riffing can spark a legacy far beyond initial recognition.